Tesla shares are about to split 5-1. Good thing or bad thing? For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Gabby. I personally own a Model S100D, unbelievably great car. We are looking towards the future of electrification. If this is something that interests you, this is something that you're very curious about, you've come to the right channel. I cover everything that I possibly can tell you about a personal experience when it comes to a electric vehicle. What is it like to live day to day with it, the good, the bad, and the ugly that comes along with it. If that's something that you guys are interested in, click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and most importantly, make sure that your notifications are on. All right, let's get into the video. Let's get right into the video. Thank you so much for joining the channel. And today what basically we're going to be talking about is Tesla obviously announcing a 5-1 split. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Now, as most of you guys already know, especially the OGs on this channel, I am a Tesla shareholder, and this is a wonderful thing. I highly encourage all of you, if you can afford it, buy Tesla shares. I've never really told you guys, but I really recommend this. So what are some of the good things and the bad things that come out of this kind of split? Typically, most people don't know what Tesla shares are. In fact, majority of the people don't even know what Tesla is, for that matter. But Tesla shares are something that you really could and should invest in. But today we're talking about the 5-1 split and why that 5-1 split is so important. For Tesla, this is all about trying to bring in more revenue over time. But more importantly, it's about trying to make the shares affordable to the average Joe, as they say. And all that means is currently the share prices are so high, standing around $1,600 a single share. This is US, of course, that majority of the people cannot afford to simply buy shares. Now, going back to when they were $200, $300, this obviously is going to, well, make more sense for a majority of the people. They can at least buy 1, 2, 3 shares and slowly build on it. The bad thing of all of this is people's perception. People normally perceive when a company splits their shares as something where now you're degrading the share value, because obviously currently it's no longer going to be worth $1,600 a share, but in turn you'll have more shares. So we're estimating that by the time end of August comes, it's going to be worth somewhere between $300 and $500. Now, in order to make it $500 for the share, for a single share, it means that before closing on the 28th, I believe it is, they will have to have the current prices per share at $2,500. I don't know if that's going to quite happen, but let's assume that that's going to happen. That means the new shares after the 31st is all going to be coming to $500 a share, which kind of still defeats the purpose of making it very much affordable for people. On the other hand, if it doesn't go that high, there is possibility. So let's say it only goes up to 1,800, 18 divided by 5. That's basically how you're gonna know what the share price is in. At $300 is absolutely more possible for people to do it. But the fear here for a lot of people, and the reason people think this is a bad idea, is because they're thinking they're degrading the value of a share, but they're really not. They're just basically spreading it out and giving more people options. There are amazing good things, especially when it comes to the future of Tesla. And once again, if you guys want to find out some more things coming up in the future videos, don't forget to subscribe below, hit that notification bell, and most importantly, absolutely always make sure that your notifications are enabled. Future videos are going to be very important for this topic especially. So now the good things, the best parts about this. Currently, as a shareholder, if you happen to have 10 shares in Tesla, you are going to basically have 50 shares in Tesla. This means a lot for a lot of people because now you have more shares to play with. But here's the problem. Well, wait, is there a problem? No, there isn't. You see, if you truly believe in what Tesla is doing and what they're going to be doing overall, then you know that the Tesla share prices are going to continue to rise. With Tesla basically going into the S&P 500, this is also a very good thing. But then there's battery day and constantly improving. With Tesla, it's always just like that. Everything is improving. What that means to you is that, let's say By the time everything is all said and done, come August 31st, the shares have been split and everybody has a chance to buy. Let's pretend for 1 second that they're going to go somewhere between $250 and $300 a share. How long do you truly think that's going to stay at $250 or $300 a share? If you're asking me, in my opinion alone, that's it. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take any of this from me as a serious financial decision, but I will make my predictions. I am guessing that by the end of the year, each share will rise to approximately $600 per share. If that's the case, then, well, a lot of people made a lot of money. Ultimately, it all comes down to the timing that Tesla is doing this. They're not, as you know, when it comes to Elon, he's very calculative. He thinks about what he does. Sometimes he makes silly tweets, I know, but when it comes to business, he thinks about what he does. Right now, this is perfect timing. This is all before Barry Day. This is all before the S&P 500. This is all before big announcements coming up. What happens is after August, you're gonna have all these, you might have a little bit of time where everything kind of stabilizes. Some, like I said, somewhere between $250 and $300 a share. But then Barry Day is gonna create that crazy excitement. Then of course, let's not forget about Q3 and all the Q3 results. But there's more to it. With the S&P 500, there's going to be a ton of shares that are going to be required. My estimate here is if everything goes with a lot of good news followed by more good news, like I said, by the end of the year, I believe that shares can hit $600 per share again. If that happens and they still have a great quarter, they have a lot of good news, that can double, which causes an interesting question. If that doubles, and let's say by next January we are hitting $1,200 a share, then suddenly we are looking at a very big, well, different picture. Because if this all goes to plan, and I get the feeling this is what Elon is also thinking about, if this all goes to plan, the FSD is good. Let's say early next year he's going to release, as you may or may not know, in a future video again we're going to be talking about the FSD rewrite, the full self-driving rewrite. Again, stay tuned for that one. It's there's a video coming out on that. Basically, what's going to happen is if the FSD rewrite happens in January and something great comes out of it, or FSD is going to level 4 autonomy as an example, or level 5 autonomy, then suddenly the share prices are going to go crazy once again. So you see, there's going to be a point where there's going to be a ceiling where Tesla is going to say, you know what, we need to do another split. This is going to cause a very interesting scenario, because for a lot of people, if let's say we repeat at the same numbers, so that one person that started out with 10 shares, now currently, because we know for a fact that they are splitting 5 to 1, they're now going to have 50 shares. But what happens if they do another 5 to 1 split? Kind of get my drift here? So my question to you is, why would you not invest into Tesla if you can? Now, of course, the craziest part of all this is all happening during a pandemic. Everything is happening during a pandemic right now. People have less and less money. There's millions of people who either don't have a job or are struggling currently. And yet everything is consistently going crazy. What happens in a year or 2 years when we see a recovery and we see a chance for everybody to have extra money in their pocket, and now they want to invest, and they want to invest into this company that is doing just amazing things? Ultimately, when it's all said and done, that's really what it comes down to. With Tesla, you always look to the future. With any company, you make any investment, look to the future. Don't look for today. Look 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road. See what they truly are able to do, what they can possibly accomplish. Because when you do that, you're not playing a game for today. You're playing a game long term. And long term, it can pay off. Just as I said earlier, people who held their shares now are able to take advantage of this by simply having a 5 to 1 reward. If they end up doing this another year or 2 years, there's going to be another 5 to 1 reward, and so on and so on. Anyway, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and are you a current Tesla shareholder? And if you are you going to be selling, buying more, what is your plan here? For a lot of people, they're talking about buying more shares once the price is obviously going to go down because of the split. So a lot of people are planning on splitting, buying after the split. There are tons of people who are buying before the split because they want that 5-to-1 odds. This is all just a game, and ultimately it's a game with money. This is no different than entering into a casino. The difference here is you have the right to research. You have the right to make a decision. You enter in a casino, your only right is choosing whether or not you walk in. Ultimately, your choice, your call, but I want to know what you guys gonna do. So with that said, please, once again, if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and put your notifications on for future videos. This way you will not miss any of my videos coming up. With that said, thank you so much. I'll catch you guys later. See you in the comment section. Bye.